last week it was the U.S. consulate that put out a notice. Now they're getting a reports of the CBN,
Central Bank of Nigeria.
Yeah, so it's incredibly distressing when you think about what's going on in the country, and it's something that has to be looked at and addressed immediately, because the president has to address the nation, and he has to call some kind of state of emergency, because look at what's happening in Imo State. It's security vehicles and police stations getting burned down. People are it's anarchy type levels, so for everybody to be on this level of alert, it tells you where things are going right now. It's quite disturbing. Nobody should lose their life because they're looking for a job.
At all. That's
another thing.
Terribly sad. I need to mention her name because her name is her Twitter handle was Heine Humoren with a H. Heine Humoren. She's AKA's icon Iron Lady rather. The tweet was, she hashtag Akwa Ibom Twitter. It says, please, I'm really in need of a job, something to do to keep my mind and soul together while contributing dutifully to the organization. My location is Uyo. I'm creative, really good in thinking critically, and most importantly, a fast learner. CV available on request. Well done, Heine. Yeah. And the way you wrote, great English and all that. First of all, I would like to encourage, or rather call on the security operatives, the policemen, whoever it is that you're putting as your spokesman to talk on this issue. I beg you, with everything that I have right now, please do not try to skew the conversation, and do not try to victimize, or rather to victimize. Do not try to victimize the deceased. And they were avoiding, because I saw a video yesterday of some police spokesman that was from Akwa Ibom that was speaking to the press, and he avoided the use of the word murder, and he was trying to insinuate that the deceased, attacked the guy first, almost defending him.
I know it's not
a narrative. I was trying to channel to this.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all.
I have messages, Rotus. Sorry, I have messages. Benga Kamu sent in this one. So First Bank has issues. Why did the CBN not step in earlier? And how long can a person stay on the board of the bank? He goes on to say, I ask because the former chairman of First Bank Holdings had been around for so long, or too long, as recent events show. There are many scam companies, he says, involved in kidnapping and other crimes. A number of addresses have shown up on Twitter. Let's be careful out there. Michael from Lagos says, amazing. Okay, thank you for that. Bibi says, hi, Smooth FM, or Smooth Business. CBN should first sack the whole board of all banks with all high rates of NPL, and then sack itself. And let's create an organic indigenous crypto naira equivalent CBN to restart in nascent nationhood from vintage levels. And let's see organically how the naira will compete future forward in coin-based economies, which is the next generation of life, with BTM, ATM for Bitcoin transactions and cash now. Thank you, Benito. That campaign, I don't know if it's going to see the light of day, though. Ahmed from Lagos says, thanks for the good job on Business Express. I'm not clear with the power of CBN for the removal of the board of directors of First Bank. Is FBN not owned by private individuals, such as we have UBA, Zenith, and Access? Does CBN have such power to remove board of directors of such banks? Rotus?
The BOIFA Act, Banks and Other Financial Institutions Act, section, section 30 or so, subsection 2. The central bank has the power to appoint and basically do and undo when it comes to appointing top executives at the bank. Yes, they're allowed to by law.
Yes. Goke is calling you out on your request for the president to address the nation. Said, Rotus asking the president to address the nation? Really? Olufemi says the CBN also has questions to answer. They knew there were issues of non-performing loans over the years and did not sack the board of the First Bank. Does it mean that the bank did not remove Dr. Shola Adedunto? They said the CBN would not have done anything about the huge non-performing loans in First Bank. Would they not have done it?
So just to clear that up, non-performing loans were at 24.9% as of 2016. They brought it down to 7.7% as of 2020. So those non-performing loans, they really did, they brought them significantly down. FBN had a large loan book, of which was comprised mostly of oil and gas loans. And we had 2 recessions and there were some issues with oil and gas. But again, they've brought that number down. So the CBN, look at Polaris Bank. Look at what happened with Sky Bank. Polaris Bank today, they released their unaudited results for 2020, and they're looking okay. So the CBN has done its job in trying to keeping these banks alive and keeping a stable financial system. So they're doing their job as a regulator.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Is that Rotus? Inside joke, guys. If you want to catch every part of this show, please go back to YouTube, youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos, and watch every part you missed. Continue to engage in these conversations with the hashtag Business Express 981, a detailed analysis of our newspaper headline stories. My name is Valentine.